anyways, so for some reason, episode 6, I think it had like a bit of a lag problem with my Elgato, so it wasn't recording the entire thing that I did. So, and I already saved, so I can't really go back and show you exactly what I did, but anyways, during free agency, I'll actually just show you the team. So during free agency, I went ahead and signed a few players for our team. Some of the players that we were looking at rejected, so we were trying to get Tyler Johnson, Carl Alsner, those two guys. They didn't want to play with us, so I signed Nick Bonino, who's our second line forward currently, and then we also traded for Micro Frolik. We gave up Tawanasiki and a second and a third. We could have probably got something back as well, but I didn't do that, so that's that. We also picked up Alex Chiasson as the depth guy, but he's actually made the team because our team is a bit weak on the fourth line, so there's that. Defensively, in the last episode, obviously you guys saw we traded for David Savard, and then we also signed in free agency Carlo Koliakovo, so he also made the team, which is kind of surprising. So that's that. Oh, we also signed Darcy Kemper. As you saw in the last episode, we offered him a contract, and he decided to sign with us for $1.8 million for 2 years. So pretty cheap backup goalie, around the same price as Thomas Grace, pretty much. And then so our depth players though are Spalling, Roy, and Grabowski. Roy we also signed during free agency. He's listed as a depth forward. Nick Spalling's listed as a minor scoring forward, so I could potentially put him back down in the minors. But I feel he'll be better as just a depth player up here because he's got the experience. And then Grabowski is listed also as a depth forward now too. So that's our team. Also the AHL team, we have now Dalcoli, Barzal, and Hosang on the first line. All of them will probably be NHL ready next year, so we could let some fourth line players go, like maybe trade them or whatever. And then we also have Quinn with Sundstrom, Winquist, with Beauvillier, who might make the team in a few years, like 2 years. And then Kolberg. And then we also have Kobelisk, who was our 7th round pick that the computer drafted for us. And then we also have Babenko, who was our 4th round pick. So all those guys playing. And defensively, we have Pellick, who's a 79, so Pellick's going to be ready to play in the NHL probably next season. He could already play in the NHL, but I don't think we really need him up there. We'll call him up if we need a depth defenseman. I don't know. Does he go through waivers? Yes, he does. So if we have to call him up, though, for an injury replacement, I'll probably just leave him up in the NHL. And then also we have Taraslov, who was our 2nd round pick. He's playing with Matt Finn. And Van de Sompel, who's one of the actual Islanders picks. He's playing with Parker Witherspoon. So there's that. And scratched, we have all these random guys scratched. They all don't have good potential. They're all AHL top somethings. And then goaltending, Soderstrom with Gibson. So yeah, and then also we just simmed the preseason. In the preseason, we went 6-1-0, which was the 2nd best in our division. Player stats, we had Bailey, Tavares, and Carlson, and also actually Strome, all with 8 points in 7 games, and then 6 points for Prince and Ladd. Kuhlman, Chason, and Nelson had 4 points each. Frolik, DeHaan 3, stuff like that. So our first and third line seem to be getting it done for points. So if you guys want to tell me what lines you want me to do, like for the second and fourth line, maybe change those up a bit so those guys get going. But let's see, during the preseason in the entire league, we were like the 2nd best team. Goals for per game, goals for total, we were the 4th best team, tied with our rivals, the New York Rangers, with 3.57 goals per game. And in goals against, we were one of the best teams as well. We were in the top 10 with a 2.14 goals against per game average. power play percent. Our power play was not very good. It was actually the 3rd worst in the league. But during the regular season, that'll probably change around a bit. And then our penalty kill was the best probably in the league. Yeah. Our penalty kill was the best. We did not allow a single power play goal on 13 attempts. So we have a really good penalty kill, it seems like, this year. I didn't check what it was like. Hopefully it's like that during the regular season as well. But so yeah, that was the preseason. I was gonna in this episode also ask you guys for the lines and stuff like that, but considering my recording didn't do what it was supposed to, I'm probably just going to start the season simulation already, just because that way I get that out. So I'm sorry about not being able to see the resign stage and stuff like that. It's just it didn't record properly. Like, for some reason it said that it only recorded 12 minutes when I know it was over a half hour. So considering we're only 6 minutes into this episode, I figure we'll sim up to January. And if you guys want me to make any line changes or any trades, let me know. We could do that. We'll see how the team plays throughout the first few months and then go from there. So let's low sim this first home game, or not first home game, but first game of the regular season, just to see how our new players play. And yeah, so first game of the season is up against the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. So let's see if Nick Bonino and all those new guys step up for us in the first game. So first period, nothing on the board, but both goalies playing pretty good. We're out shooting them 14-9. Second period, they're up 1-0. Alex Galchenyuk finally breaks the deadlock, so it's 1-0 Montreal. We're still out shooting them 24-17. Third period underway in the Bell Center. Power play doesn't seem to be getting it done right now, so maybe we change up the power play, who knows. And Ryan Strome getting his first of the season, playing on that first line right wing. And it's 1-1 in the third period, late. And looks like this game's headed to overtime. Yep. So we're out shooting them still badly, 37-25, but we've only managed to score 1 goal, so we need to take better chances and score on our opportunities more. So overtime underway, and Montreal wins it. Philip Deneau. So not a very good game. We outshoot them badly, and we only score 1 goal. So yeah, the only goal was Strome from Tavares and Ladd. So the first line getting it done. At least we didn't allow too much goals either in that game. So yeah, those are the 3 stars, all Montreal Canadiens players. Kind of surprised Halak didn't get a first star of the game, or well, not a first star, but a star of the game. Probably because he allowed 2 goals on 20-something shots instead of Price. So, yeah, let's slow sim this game as well. We'll slow sim the first 5 games, and then we'll start simulating the actual season. So, first period, Toronto goes up 1-0. Kasperi Kapanen looks like he's made the team. Darcy Kemper's in net, so this is his first game with the Islanders. Hopefully, he plays good. Second period, it's 3-1 Leafs now, so does not look very good for us in this game unless we have a good third period comeback. We're being outshot 20-17. Brock Nelson getting our only goal. Bozak and Gardner getting goals for the Leafs. So let's see if we can have a third period comeback, and shorthanded goal for the Leafs, Tyler Bozak. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a loss, and we lose 6-1. So we've only managed to score 2 goals in our first 2 games, so not very good. We might have to change our lines up a bit. So as you can see, Nelson's goals from Carlson and Frolik, so that's the entire second line, or is it? Wait, maybe not. Carlson's actually on his third line, so maybe there was a partial line change when that goal happened. I don't know. We'll go up to the first game in the AHL season just so we can see if Dalcol, Barzal, and Hosang play, or if they get any goals in that first game of the AHL season. Their first game. Oh, I know they've already played a game as well, but let's just see how they play against Providence. So first period, we're up 1-0. Adam Pelech, who might be a depth defender for us if we have to call him up. And second period, Winquist gets us back to lead. And third period, Gomez. So we win 3-2. Did Dalcol and anybody get any points. So Hosang got an assist, but the rest of them did not. So that's the first game really for the AHL team, well, the home opener at least. So yeah, we'll slow sim the next 3 games still, and then we'll get on with normal simulation. So game number 3 of the season, we're 0-1-1 currently, and we haven't scored enough goals. I think we're the home team this game, so hopefully being in front of our home crowd helps us out. So first period still scoreless. 9-7 the shots for Arizona. Second period, it's 2-1 us. They had the lead, Duclair, but Calvin DeHaan and Nick Leddy stepping up. So our defense have scored as much goals as their offense currently, which is kind of a bit of a bummer. So because usually it's supposed to be the other way around. And third period, we only had 12 shots to start this period, so we're just getting goals on our opportunities, which is nice. But we're getting a lot of shots this period. We've already had 9 shots this period. Hold on, boys. Hold on. I don't know who's in it. Probably Halak, but I could be wrong. And there's an empty netter from Melker Karlsson, and we're gonna win our first game of the season 3-1 on home ice. So Dahan's goal was from Tavares and Ladd. Leddy was from Chiasson, so Chiasson picks up his first point with us. And Melker Karlsson picks up his first goal of the season from David Savard, who gets his first point with his new club. So it's the first game that we do against Columbus. I'm going to also slow sim just so we can see if Johnny Boychuk or David Savard, which one of them was the better player. Kind of like a face-off between the two. So game number 4 of the season against one of our rivals, the Buffalo Sabres. First period, and we're up 1-0 again. Melker Karlsson on that third line picks up his second goal of the season. Second period, we're up 3-0 now. Ryan Strome and Andrew Ladd, so the first line getting it done. It's nice, and might as well sim the third period, and 5-0 final. Nice. First shutout of the season for Halak probably, and David Savard gets his first goal with us. Coleman gets a goal as well on the fourth line. So there's the points. So Karlsson from Prince and Bailey, which is the third line. Ladd from Tavares and Strome from Tavares and Savard. So Savard had a 2-point night. Coleman from Cizikas and Chiasson, and Savard from Strome and Tavares. So it looks like our top 4 defense was playing good. And yep, Halak made 26 saves for his first shutout of the year. So looks like we're playing actually pretty good defensively, at least in the last 2 games. The game against the Leafs, we didn't play good defensively, but this game we did. So we've played good defensively for our 3 of our 4 games. So that's pretty decent. So we're 2-1-1 in our first 4, which is respectable, I guess. And here's our game against Nashville, and then we'll fast sim every game until there's a Columbus game. So first period, we're up 3-0, so our offense is coming through. First line with all the goals, Tavares, Strome, and Ladd. So looks like our first line is really gelling out there, which is really nice. Second period, no goals, still 3-0 us. And third period, they only get 1, which is Henrik Sedin. So Darcy Kemper only allowing 1 goal in that game. I think he was in for the entire time. Let's just check. So yeah, Darcy Kemper playing a great game, making 28 saves and only allowing 1 goal from Henrik Sedin. So looks like Darcy Kemper was a pretty good free agent signing. So yeah, we're gonna quick sim every other game. Let's just save this just so I don't lose this file again, or for some reason if this recording doesn't work, I'd be pissed off because it's kind of annoying when that happens. Looks like it's working fine right now. It says we're up around 15 minutes into the episode, so okay, let's just quickly check player points, even though it's not been that much games. So Tavares has already got 8 points in 5 games, so he's on his way to being one of the best players in the league this year. He's got 1 goal, 7 assists, so he's putting up more assists this year, even though he's a sniper. Strome's got 7 points, so it looks like these two like to play good with each other, and then Ladd. So yeah, our first line's playing great, and then looks like our bottom six might be playing good, but our second line hasn't really been getting it done. As Frolik, Benino, and Nelson, they only have 2 points between each other, so we might need to change up the second line a bit. But we'll do that like at a later time. And then goaltending, so yeah, both goalies have been playing pretty solid. Well, not necessarily Darcy Kemper. His goals against is 3.88 and 870 save percentage, but look at Yaroslav Halak. His first 4 games, 0.93 goals against average, 2-0-0, 965 save percentage. So he's off to a really good start. I think he was also off to a good start last year, but then he kind of shit the bed a bit. So there's that. Yeah, might as well quick sim a month to the end of this month, and then we'll see how, if there's been any signings, any trades, that sort of thing. I don't know if there has been, but might as well. So scouting assignment again. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, we also sent out the scout to the United States because they had an A-, but we'll obviously go to the OHL and stuff like that just because they always have the most prospects. So forwards for 1 month. So Scott Mayfield's been injured with a mild concussion, October 29th. That's not too far away, so we'll just replace player. That's in HL anyways. So game against Calgary, we win 6-4. So Tyler Johnson, who signed with Calgary, haha to you, should have signed with us. And Scott Mayfield is back for the AHL team. I'll go ahead and quickly edit that. So yeah, Burrows, that's one of the guys we scratched. So Mayfield, get in there. So yeah, Mayfield might be ready to play in the NHL as a depth guy as well, but he's 25, so he's kind of a bit old for a guy like that. He's not even considered probably a rookie anymore. There's 2 losses in a row. Mayfield's been injured again, so we'll replace him. Maybe we'll just scratch Mayfield and put somebody else in. Hopefully he recovers from injury this time. I guess we could just give him some reduced ice time. So let's replace Burrows though still. And put Mayfield down to the second defensive pairing, and we could just put Tarasov up to the first one. So Tarasov looks like he's growing already. He's up to 68. He's growing in a bunch of different categories, but his categories aren't still the best, which is not good, but whatever. And we got some player morale to deal with now. So Shane Prince, my performance lately is something I'm not too proud of. Numbers are black and white, no impact. And Garbatsi's complaining about his ice time, but he's listed as a depth player, that's why I'm leaving him there. So yeah, we need to get rid of Grabowski. His contract will end at the end of this year anyways, but so we're 4-3-1 in our first 7 or 8 games. First game against Columbus, we have 2 back-to-back games actually against Columbus, so we'll slow sim those 2 games, see how Johnny Boychuk plays against us. Hopefully not too good. There's a 4-1 win over Montreal and a 5-3 loss against Toronto. So first game against Columbus, Johnny Boychuk playing against us in his former old team, and David Savard playing against his former old team. Sorry, my throat is going a bit. So it's already 1-1, or well, not 1-1. Brandon Saad opens the scoring for for Columbus. So it's 1-0 after the first period. We're being outshot second period. Wenberg makes it 2-0 Columbus, and third period we get 2 goals, but not enough, as Scott Hernal gets the winner. Tavares and Benino get goals. I don't know if that's Benino's first goal with us, or no, it's Benino's third. So it looks like the second line's finally getting it done. No points for Johnny Boychuk in Columbus in that game, so that trade didn't do anything for either team. So let's see about this game. I didn't really want to trade Johnny Boychuk to a divisional team, but whatever, because as long as he doesn't score against us, it's all good. So here's this game against Columbus as well. Let's see if we could get back on Columbus, and it's 1-1. Letty and Atkinson Of course, my favorite player has to score against my team. So, and then look at that second period. We get 2 goals. Pulock and Letty, so our defense coming through. And we have a 3-1 lead going into the third period. So, third period, they get 1, but Pulock gets his second goal. I think that might be his first multi-goal game of his career. John Tavares also getting a goal. So we win 5-2. Wenberg gets a goal for Columbus. So no goals from Johnny Boychuk, but did he get any assists on against us? No, he did not. And does not look like Savard got any points. So 3 stars of the game, just quickly show you that. Pulock and Nick Letty also had 2 goals. John Tavares had 2 points. So currently it looks like we're a better home team than away team, but who knows. So let's just quickly check if there's been any signings, because there was still probably some notable free agents. Yeah, let's just check. So signings. So Magnus Hellberg re-signed with the Rangers, and Ryan Culkin signed 1-year deal with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then nothing for trades. So yeah, we're gonna probably try and sim up to January 1st. And then yeah, the next episode we'll sim up to the trade deadline, see what's available. And you guys could chime in like last time, even though nobody did chime in. That sort of thing. So we'll sum up to the end of this month, see how we play. Currently we're 6-5-1, which is at least a winning record, but not the best. Still, back-to-back game against Detroit, and we lose in the shootout, and then we shut them out 3-0. So not too bad. Game against Minnesota, a lot of road games it looks like this month. So, and there's an overtime loss against Minnesota, so there's still a point. And a win against Arizona, and a win against the Sharks. So we're 9-5-3, which is pretty decent. We'll send out the scout again. Let's go to the WHL for forwards for a month. But yeah, so this year's draft, I think we do need maybe a defensive prospect of some sort. Just after like Pulock and stuff, because eventually I don't know if we're gonna keep Ryan Pulock and stuff like that. Actually, wait a second. There's 4 straight losses in a row now. Not good. Matt Finn's been injured with a mild concussion until December 8th. We'll just replace him. So yeah, it looks like we're not off to a good end to this month, as we're 9-9-4, and last game of the month is a shootout win. So 10-9-4 here December 1st. Could be a lot better, obviously, like I was saying. Currently, we're not in a playoff spot. We're 4 points back of the wild card spots. But we could still have a better second half of the season, which would be nice. Let's just check the player points so far. So, John Tavares leads us with 22 points in 23 games. Ladd 16, Strome 16, so the first line still. Against Zizekas 13, David Savard, the guy we traded for, he's got 11 points in 23 games. It's pretty good. Well, not really good, but still good for the top 5 of our team. It looks like a lot of our team isn't getting points, but oh well. So Benino's only got 3 goals with us on that second line. So maybe we look to find a better second line center for a team down the road, like on the trade deadline. And then Kolyakova's got 3 assists, which is not bad, actually, considering he's only an 81. Ryan Pulock's already got 5 points this season, so it's, I think, better than last year already. Melker Karlsson, 9 points on the third line. Let's just see if he's complaining about his ice time. No, he's not. That's good. And let's see how goaltending's playing. Goaltending's probably playing pretty bad still. Okay, not the worst. It's not as bad as last season. 915 save percentage for Halak, so that's pretty decent. 909 for Kemper. Let's also just quickly check the AHL players for points. So Gibson's actually playing really good down in the minors. 192 save percentage, 9-3-1 with a 931 save percentage. And then Soderstrom's 3-1-0, but he's got a 2.46 goals against average and 927 save percentage. So he's allowing a lot of goals, but making a lot of saves So, and then let's just check how our youngsters are doing. So Hosang's got 16 points, 17 games. Dalcoli's got 13 points in 17 games. He's only got 3 goals, which is kind of weird, but he's a playmaker, so it makes sense. Barzal, Barzal's got 12 points, which is not bad. And Beauvilliers got 8 points. And then our youngsters that we drafted, Babenko and Kabos, both have 5 points. Tarasov, let's see. Tarasov's only got 1 goal, but he's not really an offensive defenseman, so. But his stats are still going up. It looks like he's growing, which is good. So yeah, let's sim another month, and then we'll see if there's been any more signings and trades, that sort of thing. And yeah, that's gonna do it probably for this episode. So, but yeah, sorry guys about what happened with last episode. I have no idea what was going on with my Elgato, so it was probably just maybe my computer was being really slow and it wasn't picking up everything right away or something, I don't know. So our first player injury for our NHL team this season, so Alex Chiasson has been injured with back spasms. Return is December 13th, so at least we have some depth. I don't know, did I show you guys? I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So we'll put in as our depth player on the right wing. Wait, let's see, Derek Roy. He's a left-handed. Spalling's left-handed, and Grabowski. I don't want to put Grabowski in. Let's put in Derek Roy on the 4th line. He could play with Zizekas and Kuhlman. Let's see. I think Derek Roy actually has better face-offs. No, they both have the same face-offs. So if say Zizekas goes down with an injury, we could just put Roy into center instead. But yeah, so there you go. We'll put Derek Roy in on that 4th line. Don't know how he'll do considering he's a bit older, but at least he's only a depth player. So, and it was a 1-year deal as well. So Matt Finn is available to play for the AHL team now. So Dalcoli's up to a 79 now. I think he's growing a lot. So Dalcoli's definitely going to be ready for the NHL. We might actually have to even call him up at around the trade deadline. If you guys want me to call him up, then I could probably call him up. But then I don't know who we'd send down, that sort of thing. As you can see, he's up to a 79, so he's growing a lot. He's listed as a minor scoring forward still, but he's growing. Barzal's growing, Hosang's growing. So these three guys are going to be on the NHL team probably next year. And then Sundstrom, he's 78, but he's not going to play on the team. But the rest of the team looks okay. Wait, has their guys grown? Babenko's a 67. I think he's growing a bit. Koblesk is a 67 as well. So, oh wait a second. It's gonna have that glitch problem. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. So yeah, let's just go up to the end of this month still to January 1st. So we're 13, 10, and 4, and Chiasson is back. Hopefully, he doesn't re-injure himself. Derek Roy jumped up to an 82, I guess, just because he was playing. It's kind of weird. So Chiasson come back in. Let's just check how Derek Roy did during his 1 game, or did he even play a game? Wow, he played 1 game, it looks like, and he got 1 assist. Let's just see. 3 games, actually. So he picked up already a point, which is nice to have a depth player to come in and just pick up a point in that little of games. So there's a loss against the Jets, 4-3. Not even in overtime, and Chiasson has been injured again, so looks like we're gonna have trouble with Chiasson. We might have to have him scratched until he gets back to full health, even though that will piss him off probably, just because we don't want him injured long term. Well, we could deal with him being injured long term, but whatever. So Derek Roy's back in there again. There's another loss, this time to the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, there's another loss. It looks like we're going on a losing streak a bit, and our youngster that we drafted, Tarasov's been injured to the end of December with a sore shoulder. That's not good. So who could we put in as a depth defenseman? Let's put in Hansen, because Hansen's got potential, I believe. Yep, low 7th D. There's another loss. So that's like 4 losses in a row. And scouting assignment, we're going to send to the queue for a month. Okay, there's another loss, so I'm going to maybe make some line changes now. There's another loss. Oh, I don't know why we're losing so much in a row. Hopefully the second half is a lot better. We're 13, 15, and 4, and we're like 10 points back of a playoff spot, so not very good. Let's see, what changes could we make? I'm going to switch Carlson with Benino. I think Carlson's been playing better, 5 goals, 10 assists. Yeah, so we're going to change Carlson and Benino and just see if that helps these two at all. Just because Benino's not been very good. Frolik has been better than Benino has, and Nelson. So yeah, might as well just put Benino down to the third line. Hopefully he doesn't complain about his ice time, but we will see. So yeah, that's good. Hopefully everything is good with that. And maybe we'll start to win games now that that line change happened. I don't know. That's only the minor change I'm going to do. See to the end of this month. We still have 5 games, so let's see if we could win them. So Jason's back. Yeah, I'm going to try and put him on the lineup again. Because if he gets re-injured, then maybe we'll have him scratched until he comes back. Hopefully he wouldn't complain about his ice time. I don't think he will, but... So, there's a shootout loss and back-to-back shootout losses, so at least we're getting points with those, but that's still like almost 10 losses in a row. So, who was it? That was back. Oh yeah, I think it was the guy in the top defensive pairing. Yeah, it was Tarasov. Let's see who was back. So Tarasov's back in his spot with Adam Pelech. So there's a game against Washington and another loss. Damn, we've lost a lot in a row. Shane Prince, the lackluster play of the team has been a distraction. Why are you losing morale? Just because of his individual performance? Wow. Never seen a player get like that because of that. Come on, buddy. We need to do some good. Like, we've literally lost a lot in a row. Like, we're hurting our playoff chances with all these. Like, look, there's another loss. And there's finally a win to end the month. But, like, literally, that last stretch, we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in regulation, and then 3 in overtime. So we basically only won one of our last 11 games, and we've only gotten like 5 points out of like a possible 20-something points. So I think we hurt our playoff chances a lot with that. But we still have a lot of hockey left to play this year. So hopefully we turn it around in the second half of the season. Like if we make a trade at the deadline, hopefully that helps propel us into the playoffs. So let's see, no trades. And Derek Englund signed with Colorado. So that's the only signing that there's been. And let's just check the player points and see what's not been clicking for us properly. So looks like our first line still's playing pretty good. So John Tavares 38 points, 37 games. Ladd 27. Strome 26. Carlson 19. Zeke is 17. Bailey 17. Leddy 16. Savard 13. So it looks like we have an even spread kind of between the rest of our players. Derek Roy's got 3 points in 7 games, so maybe we should play Derek Roy instead of like Alex Chiasson, who's got 7 points in only 7 points in 30 games played because of his injuries. But looks like our defensemen, some of them aren't putting up much points. Like DeHaan's only got 4 points, but I think we have him. Let's see, yeah, DeHaan's on a 2-year deal, so maybe we'll look to try and trade him. Hamanek's just not been producing at all. Like, as you could see, last season he only put up 13 points in 82 games, and so far he's only put up 5 points in 37 games. So maybe we move Hamanek to some team that wants him, and we get like a 87 defenseman, like we could trade him maybe straight up and get Seth Jones like from that Columbus deal I was looking at, because we could have honestly probably got Seth Jones instead of David Savard, but I just think it's a bit unrealistic to trade for Seth Jones considering he's only 22. So yeah, there's that. Let's just look at our team stats. So for the entire league, yeah, this episode might be a bit longer than others. It's already at 35 minutes. So goals for, let's see, are we even up there at all? No, we're one of the worst for scoring goals, looks like. Goals against, we might be one of the worst as well. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we're one of the worst for goals against. Power play. Let's see how our power play has been performing. Our power play is 17.5, so it's not the worst, but it's not the best by any means. Short-handed, or well, penalty kill. Our penalty kill is pretty good still. It's like in the top 10 or so, 83.5%. So it seems like everything but our penalty kill, or well, everything but our penalty kill is not doing very well. So that's that. Let's just quickly check the HL again and see if there's been any a lot of points from Del Coley and stuff like that. So yeah, Del Coley's now got 22 points in 29 games, so he turned it on. And then Sundstrom hosting 21, Quinn 19, Winquist and Barzell both have 17. So there's that. Let's just check our progress reports, and then we're gonna call that an episode. So yeah, guys, sorry about the length of these videos. This is already getting closer to 40 minutes. It's just hard to do it in like a limited time. So let's see, progress reports I think are in here. Yep. Okay, so progress reports modified. So Kolyakovo seems to be dropping apparently. He did grow in overall, but seems to be dropping. Kuhlman seems to be dropping off as well. And Shane Prince is dropping because of his morale. I don't know why he's such low morale, but he's got 12 points, which is not the worst. In the system, Jared Tizika, one of those guys, he's growing a lot. He's up to a 54. Michael Dalcoli's growing a lot. David Quinville's growing a lot. He's up to a 69. So he'll play for the AHL team definitely next year. Matthew Barzell's growing a lot. Velarde's growing. He's up to a 60. Parker Rotherspoon's up to a 70. So he's definitely going to be in the NHL in the next few years. LeBlanc, 66. Beauvillier is going up. Pretty much everybody's going up. Soderstrom's up to 76, so yeah, definitely Soderstrom's going to be, I think, NHL ready by next year, unless he's only like a 79, I don't know. Gibson hasn't grown at all, so maybe Gibson's going to like cap off there considering he's already 25, so. And yeah, so that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. Thanks for sticking around for almost 40 minutes, if you haven't watched it all. So yeah, guys, we'll see you back here with episode number 7, probably on Friday.